Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And my music isn't working. I can't hear it. Is it working? Good morning, good afternoon. It is. Ha, hey, hi, Knox, hi. Listen, dude. If I was, oh my God, I have my stream audio up. My bad, guys. I'm not muted. I mean, my headset was muted. Look, Knox, if you don't listen, no barking. I'll shock you. I'll do it. Yeah. Okay, fine. All right, you'll get a treat. Because positive reinforcement is a good thing when it comes to our canine companions. I also got Fritz in here with me. There you go. Good puppies. All right. You guys can go lay down or do whatever, because I'm not going to shock you to keep you in my frame. What is up, everyone? You lost the game. Damn. You lost the game. To those reading this, I'm not sorry. Like people of my nationality usually are. I cast Fireball. Are you Canadian? I think you are. Oh, man. It's 1 a.m. rather than watch you and drink my... Oh, wait. And I rather watch you and drink beer than hang out outside. Cheers from Little European Texas. I love the Polish, man. Like, I've never had a bad experience with a Polish person. I've met Polish soldiers. Somewhere back there on my shelf, I have a little Polish flag that I was given from some Polish soldiers that I worked with. They had not heard of the Little European Texas thing, but they loved it when I explained it to them. They were like, yeah, that's actually... Well, they were, yeah, that's pretty much us. That's right. They it was good times. South pause for the doggos. Yep, Knox is over there checking if his bed is clean. You know, maybe I should start shocking him. Maybe it'll make him less dumb. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. He's an old boy. He's a good dude. Hello from Canada. Hello from SD. Is that San Diego? Or South Dakota? Sorry. You know, I'm a little stupid, right? Like that, you know, that's, I like to, you know, I really like these Friday streams because one, I get to talk to you guys and it was just great. And two, oh my God, you guys get to find out that I'm actually pretty retarded. I love how my brain just kicked, you know, 404 not found. It was the spinning wheel. Your title's crazy, man. Didn't know you went weapons on today. Justified. My only question is need to bring my own ammunition. Bro, that kid, man. Here's the thing. Until the dog thing, my only problem with Hassan Piker was his lack of conviction. You can have any stupid opinion you want. I will not hate somebody for a stupid opinion. I will hate somebody for them pandering to a belief that they themselves don't believe in. That bothers me. Like, I don't, no, that bothers the shit out of me. And Twitch not really dealing with that, that's bugging me as well. No shockos for the doggo. So I do, you know, in the spirit of transparency, because I may have talked about it before, I haven't used it, and I don't even know if it came with us. I do have a collar for Knox that can shock. And that's because Knox doesn't know how to approach other dogs. But it only took one time, and I had it on the lowest setting possible so that he could still feel it. It has a vibrate and a tone. I used the tone, and when he didn't want to listen because he lunged at another dog because he doesn't know how to act, I hit the vibrate, and he still didn't respond. And I was like, okay, and I hit it once. And now that tone or that vibrate, he won't move. He's like, okay, I got you. Like he's the best behaved dog in the world. So, yeah, but that was years ago when I did that. Hi, Fritz. Fritz, do you want to come on up here with the daddy? I am the daddy, and I'm the favorite of Fritz. Oh, okay. Hang on. I got your seatbelt. He doesn't like it when I unseatbelt him. So, like, here's the seatbelt. What if there's no seatbelt? Okay. I'll put the seatbelt back on. You can put your paws down. You're fine. But if the seatbelt's gone, okay, I'll put the seatbelt back on. Fritz is awesome. He is a good dog, and you know he's definitely very much a puppy. He picks up and tries to eat everything. Knox is iron stomach. He was a little sick the other day because Knox has a habit of grazing on grass. That's his real big problem. And so does Fritz. And we had the area around our house sprayed for insects, and we tried staying on top of it, but I think Knox got a hold of some, and so he puked, you know, once a couple days ago, and he had like the squirts. So I just, you know, I gave him, you know, a little bit of food here and there, and kind of just kept an eye on him, and he cleared right up. If it had gotten worse, we'd be going to the doggy hospital, the vet. Don't blip me. It's all fun and games till Grandpa Buff. Cast fireball. Fuck them sons of bitches. Hassan was sentenced to dead via vibration device. That's funny. What are you, am I boring? You're yawning over here. Why are you? No? He got shaved recently. Because he gets like all these little prickly hairs on his back. Yes, he is my skinwalker. Okay. He kind of has a mullet. I told the missus we should do something different with his hair, but she's like, that's his style. And I was like, okay. Would you stop licking my hand everywhere it goes? Okay, you want pets. Beans on toast here. We love our dogs and can't understand why others don't. Dude, we don't deserve dogs. Dogs are really the greatest thing ever. I don't have any children. Don't plan on having any children for some deeply personal reasons, but these guys are my best buddies. Hi, Fritz. Can I put you down? Or are you gonna bug Dad again? Never had a bad experience with a woman from Bucharest, Romania, where I am now. I will tell you, I've only passed through Romania once, and those women were wonderful. At least in the airport they were. Okay, I'm gonna put you down, okay? You keep licking a whole bunch, and I'm done with it. Here you go. All right, go lay down. Oh, that's my phone. My phone fell out my pocket. Happy Friday, HLC, from your favorite retired flight paramedic as a Malinois, Belgian Malinois owner. Get the collar thing, but she's never needed it. All she's ever needed was the vibrate to get her attention. She's like the kid in Nuckies. Yeah, dude, it's all it took. Knox is a bit of a slow learner. Years ago, probably before I met my wife, so at least 7-8 years ago, I did have to zap him once, but ever since then, we call it his good boy collar. Don't even have to use the shock. He wears that thing. He is the best behaved dog in the world. Doesn't bark at anyone, doesn't charge anyone, and if he does lose his cool for a second, I just gotta vibrate and he's fine. Hope Rich is laying off the pizza and meatballs at Double Chin, no joke. Then again, he's from Jersey, might be a losing battle. No, man, Rich is kind of my go-to. I will tell you, I don't know if you guys can tell, but my gym routine has been pretty good since I've been back. When I first got out, it was a lot of travel. So now that the travel's kind of calmed down, I can really focus on my diet. I can focus on the gym. I have some shorts that were really tight, and now they are not. So I haven't been stepping on the scale or anything else like that, but I feel like I'm making progress, which is good. Everything I do in a video, shout out to Ember the VTuber. She follows you constantly and reacts. I've seen a couple of reacts from VTubers, and it's nothing against their craft, right? It's just I don't like how do I word this? I love the personal reaction. Like when somebody as a human. Now, I understand VTubers are wearing like all the stuff to like show their reaction the best they can. It's just not my forte, but I'll take a look. I've seen one or two of them, and I was just like, I love seeing people laugh at the videos that I make. It's like my drug. Honestly, if I never made a dime doing this and it was still that, I would fucking love it. Dog friendly stream. Is your first HLC stream? Well, alcoholism is on the left, depression is on the right. Be careful you don't trip and fall into any feelings. But we're here. I have some zero sugar lemonade. Have I ever played Squad? I have not. But I do want to say thank you to everyone who is here, considering Battlefield just dropped. I did get it. I played like 2 matches. I haven't had any time. I had to go over to, so my wife and I, we got a rental property, and I had to go over there and pull weeds and clean and just make sure everything was good to go. Also, I have 2 pomegranate trees on that property, and so now I have a fuck ton of pomegranates because no one has taken them all year. I might just start like finding people on the street and giving them a bag of pomegranates. Like, here you go. Here's pomegranates. Have them. I'm out of town for work half the month. No dogs for me, but babysit them as much as I can. Can you tell your Kiowa story from your retire? retired Kiowa pilot. So I will tell you, I like Kiowas. Don't get me wrong. However, when we use them in combat, they got us fire superiority, which is ultimately the goal, right? They kind of just made a big mess of things, which is, well, you know, whatever. Like, you're still throwing lead at the enemy. I don't know how many of them they got. I know the Apache was putting in fucking work, but when we were in Malajad, Afghanistan, we'd have one Apache like way up high and two Kiowas buzzing the ground, kind of just trying to stir up a fucking hornet's nest. And I'll never forget, I was in Tower 1 at ACS 5. And they were buzzing around. I was watching them fly over Malajad. I'm up there for like 5 or 6 hours. So it's like, fuck it, you know, let's take a look. And I'm just watching, and they kind of work over towards Fish Mountain where we are. And God, there was a Kiowa that buzzed my tower. And I thought he was going to hit me. I was so convinced he was about to crash into my tower. I ducked in the tower. Let me, like, map of the earth, whatever it's called, doesn't even fucking explain how close that goddamn helicopter was to me. Like, I saw it coming. I remember I was facing south towards the fucking minefield, and it was coming right at me, and I was like, oh, he's gonna pull up. Yeah, any minute now. He's not pulling up. And then he got real close, and I literally dropped inside the tower because I thought he was gonna take the roof off. And no, he passed right over top of me. I'm sure that pilot thought it was fucking hilarious. I did not, but, you know, he was giving you a panel check. Fuck that. Oh, yeah, they're over there chilling. You know, Fritz, he's a brave boy. He really is. He's laying there right next to something that goes off pretty regularly. He's brave. Because Nox farts will fucking annihilate you. Wait, why don't you shock your dogs? Because you're not an asshole that doesn't harm a dog for no reason. No, yeah. Fritz is afraid of a chancla. Like, if I'm outside and he goes to the bathroom and then he goes over and starts grazing on grass, which we've had people spray for bugs, so I'm trying to stop them from doing that. He'll look up at me and just keep eating. And then if I pick off my slipper and act like I'm going to throw it at him, I've literally only thrown one slipper, and I threw it on the ground next to him. And it scared him so much that I just pick up my slipper, and he's like, He's never been hit with a slipper, ever. But he's scared of the chancla. Wintergreen or spearmint? Spearmint all day. I use e-collars all the time in dog training. I hate them being called shock collars. They don't shock. It's a stimulation like a TENS machine. Oh, I don't disagree with you. I mean, there are certain animals, like I'm a realist, right? I try and do everything I possibly can in the world to train an animal before you have to use that. I'm a big fan of positive reinforcement, but some dogs don't learn from positive reinforcement, like Nox. I love the dog to death, but when he was a puppy, he was a fucking menace and needed some negative reinforcement. So I get it. I understand that. Went to Arizoo on Monday. I forgot they have F-18, F-14, a P-47, and they're getting an A-10 and 2 Harriers soon. Ooh, I like it. Weapon says Kiowas are dope. Well, that means automatically that I don't think Kiowas are dope anymore. I just, you know, I have to disagree with weapons. I have to. It's like my favorite pastime. Also, to all of you in here, I think I said it a little while ago, but I'll say it again. Thank you so much for skipping out on Battlefield 6 to come out and hang with me. Hang with me. Words are hard. I'll take all the pomegranates you want, send me. Dude, they're fucking... I got a bag of them, and there's still, like... I could probably fill 3 or 4 bags off of that one tree. The other tree, they're not quite ripe yet, but that one tree. So I think, like, when people rent out that house, I'm going to just be like, hey, take all the pomegranates you want. Like, they're fucking free. Just have them. We don't shock dogs here, but we ooh-woo for the boys. Somebody got a clip of me ooh-wooing in the last stream, maybe it's 2 streams ago, and put it on the Pepperbox Discord. And I want you to know, whoever that was, your mom's a hoe. Okay? We're going to just throw that straight out there. We call that a morale pass or a warrant officer recruiting pass. Fuck that, man. Like, you know, I'm sure they are very good at what they do. I ducked. It scared the living piss out of me. Hello from Canada Land. Hang on, I want to try and pronounce this. Canada Land, Canada Land. I'm fucking, dude, I need more sleep. Haven't asked for an update in a bit. How's Sister Line Crosser doing? Getting back to her mobility? Yeah, she's up and moving. She, against many of our better wishes, she went and purchased a brand new motorcycle again. Kind of wish she'd get back on her feet completely before doing that, but it's her life, not mine. So, but yeah, she's doing a lot better. I just they got to finish repairing it because it literally they just got it. But I got an ATV, so I should have it here in a week or two. It's a pretty good deal. I've been looking around for a good deal, and right now freight costs in New Mexico and Texas are stupid. It doesn't make any sense to me. It is harder to ship a car, a brand new car, than it is an ATV. And you charge freight costs on ATVs and you don't charge them on fucking cars. That's stupid. That's dumb. But you're wearing slippers? Hell yeah, I'm an old man. Are we really on the fake Hassan drama? What do you mean fake Hassan drama? I watched the video. Look, man, I didn't really need any more reason to dislike Hassan. This is just kind of like, that figures. That's why I genuinely believe it's believable. He doesn't follow through in any of his fucking beliefs. He will, like, he's a bad human. I don't like him, right? Just straight up. Like, I don't cut beef. Like, there's no social media content creators. I don't have interest in him. I don't want to talk about him. Nope. I've dealt with abused dogs. Kaya looked like she was afraid to step off the bed, like he'd done that before. Probably has. Just being Canada. Oh, shut up, weapons. No, I'm just kidding. My cats and dog used to have are terrified of fly swatters. Never hit any of them with one, but they run for cover whenever they see it. Oh, dude, like Fritz is afraid of quite literally anything. Thanks, Mrs. Line Crosser. She's giving me tips while I'm here. Look at those guys. Knox being a menace. And all he's apparently been to Louisville. Bro, I love that big dipshit. He's my best buddy. Have I seen the most recent volcanic eruption from Kilauea? I have not, actually. Oh, hang on. What's the text now, Mrs. Line Crosser? Oh, I thought I had another one. Also, by the way, whoever, there was somebody in my email sent me a picture that there was a very questionable advertisement on one of my videos. Not something I put in there. It's obviously something YouTube put in there. Thank you. I sent that up. I have a contact at YouTube and they're like, no, that's not cool. We need to unfuck this right now. So I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. I don't always see those things. So thank you. Have I seen, have I seen that Mountain Home Air Force Base is going to get a guitar detachment? Very interesting. I don't think it's on. So actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I was just talking about this on Twitter. This isn't new. Like, this is not a new thing. When I was on Fort Sill, there's a German Air Force building there where the German Air Force goes because they train on air defense systems. We have Israeli students there. We have Israeli students and UAE students going to the same schoolhouse. They have to leave at different times because they apparently got into a fight in the parking lot. I've seen Japanese compounds. I've seen Kuwaiti compounds. Like, this really isn't new. And a lot of people freaking out about it. It just doesn't make any sense. You ask anyone who's been in the military for a while, they're like, yeah, it's pretty common. Maybe they don't work like as closely with like infantry guys, and I'm not talking any shit, but like in air defense and especially aviation, super common. Super common. I have two Great Pyrenees that are positively ornery. I'd use those colors, but love them. You do great work. Keep it up. Okay. Thank you so much. Great Pyrenees. You don't have anywhere in your house that doesn't have dog hair on it. It's okay. Great Pyrenees, I hear, are great animals. But Knox sheds enough for 4 dogs. He's fine. Why are people freaking out over the Qatar Idaho thing? They should be worried about the Marines not being able to buy Zins. The paychecks bounce, bro. This whole government shutdown bugs the shit out of me. Because, I mean, it's happened. It's happened off and on forever. The first time I think it happened in my life that I could remember, I was in Afghanistan. Our platoon sergeant went around and said, hey, will your bills be paid if the government doesn't pay you? And I said, yes. However, I'm not leaving the fucking wire. And he's like, you can't do that. And I was like, they can't withhold my fucking pay. I'm not leaving the fucking wire and going out there and trying to do something else for another country when we can't get our own shit together. I'm going to stay right fucking here. And they unfucked it. And now I had to go back outside the wire. It's not a big deal. But we active duty, and then like the air traffic controllers and stuff like that, like this is insane. And I know everyone's, well, it's the Democrats, it's the Republicans, it's this person, it's that person. You're the government. Figure it out. Like at the very least, get like a fucking amendment to say like, hey, no matter what, these people are mission essential and they will be paid. Because, and for anyone who's like, well, the military shouldn't be living paycheck to paycheck. Do you realize, like, as a staff sergeant in the United States Army with like 6 years of service, 7 years of service, if you have 4 kids, you qualify for WIC? Just put that in perspective. You've been serving your country for 6 years, you're in a leadership position, and if you have 4 children, you qualify for WIC because you don't make enough. It's wild, isn't it? Have I heard of Tramoto? Trauma kits for bikers? No, I've not seen that. I'll have to check it out. Wood chipper for Diddy Biker. I just rolled in. What did I miss? Knox was busy back there teaching everyone how to juggle. He's proven that he can speak at least 4 languages. Fritz threw out some racial slurs. I had to hit my beep button here a whole bunch of times. Other than that, yeah. Ukraine Viper pilots were trained at Luke Air Force Base. I mean, we train with them all the time. The Ukrainians, I can say that now, fuck it. The Ukrainians came to Fort Sill and were trained on the Patriot air defense system by like Patriot master gunners and fucking air defenders and shit. Like it happens all the time. When I was at White Sands, my building was shared with a third Special Forces. I don't know where they're out of, but they come to White Sands for training and shit, which is whatever. And they brought some UK Rangers out there, which I didn't even know the UK had Rangers. I talked to those guys. They said it was like a new thing that they brought back because they had like SBS, SAS, and then there was like no in between from regular infantry to those guys, and they needed that because that's like the niche that Rangers fill. Anyways, but yeah, like it happens all the fucking time. Gonna be joining the Navy stuff to do MEPS. Got any advice for MEPS? Yeah, fake it till you make it, homie. Like, I'm just gonna be totally honest with you. There are some of the exercises in there, like my knees have always like not been great, and been kind of in pain. And I straight up faked the funk going through there. And then once you're in, the military is easy. As long as you don't quit. That's it. Anyone who's ever been in, like, oh, it's a tough life. No, literally, you just don't quit. That's it. That'll get you through like 80% of your military career. Just don't give up. That's all you got to do. They will give you chance after chance after chance. I've had to give so many chances to well-meaning fucking dipshits in the military because they're trying. That's all you got to do is not quit. Easy. The U.S. needs a third party. Start Pepperbuck's party, bro. I'm like, it bothers me that we have soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Coast Guardsmen, whatever, all over this fucking planet. And their pay is in jeopardy because a bunch of people in suits in Washington can't put their fucking differences aside and realize what is actually important. And that bugs the living hell out of me. Because they all have something that they want out of that CR. They all do. So, like, it doesn't make any damn sense. Oh, yeah, the puppies stay here on stream, and I don't gotta shock them for them to stay there. You're trying your patience. Dude, I completely understand it. Sure, not speak, but his accent is a little rough. That's funny. You're telling me that Russia is supposed to be a competitor, U.S., and they can't take Ukraine. I try and look at things as unbiased as humanly possible. I really do. Both of them have learned things on the battlefield. Both have. However, I genuinely feel like the Ukrainians are learning faster. I'm seeing less dissent in their ranks. I'm seeing better logistics. Granted, it's their country. I'm seeing better tactics. It's really weird. Like, it's such a strange thing for me to comprehend, is like some of the meat wall tactics, and that's not all of them. You know, people always be like, well, what about this time that they use these proper tactics? That's fine. But if you don't have your regular units and everybody doing that at the same time, it's so strange. I watched a BMP pull forward. It dropped the back door. 4 guys jumped out, got mowed down by machine guns, and the BMP just left. Like, it was so weird to me. We would never do that. You fire support on the way in, you lay down a base of fire, get their heads down, fire superiority, you drop the troops, you pop smoke, you allow the troops to maneuver, and you stay there as a base of fire. Like, that's fucking tactics 101, man. Like, it's so strange to me. I used to use a lot of the Russian failures on the battlefield to teach my students about the principles of mission command. And you had videotaped real world evidence of the breakdown of the principles of mission command. And it is so wild to me. Like, that shit I teach my students. They're like, yes, we know all this. Like, this is how we operate. And I'm like, yeah, you'd be surprised at the people out there that don't operate this way. I'm worried about not being able to get the meds that keep my carcass alive next year. I work in Medicare, and a lot of them are scared of it too. I don't know what medication you're referencing. I completely understand your fear. Change in general is bad. Here's the thing. There's a lot of changes going on in the country, good or bad. I don't know. However, everyone is going to try and run things their way for what they view is best. The reality is, and this is my one caveat that I give to all politicians, if you do nothing, they will be happy. If you do something, somebody's going to get mad. For some people, the best thing any politician can do is literally nothing, which is so strange. Why would you be elected to a position to do fucking nothing? You're always going to piss somebody off. Always. No matter what you do. Secure the borders, someone's going to say you're racist. Allow larger numbers of people to come in under, what's the word I'm looking for? Asylum status? They're going to say you're letting in all these evil people. Like, there's nothing you can change without somebody getting upset. It's physically impossible. So I just try and focus on as much as I can. Like, yeah. They're in pajamas, not uniforms. It's also a recent DD-214 recipient. He ain't wrong. Dude, I'm telling you, military's easy. Just don't quit. That's it. That's all you got to do, man. Zero threat of suns. Russia has no chance. True. After seeing the quality of their equipment, their gear, and their training, I'm not willing to bet millions of lives on this, just so everyone knows. I'm not willing to bet it. But I'm starting to get convinced that their nuclear arsenal probably isn't very functional. Like, is that fucked up? I'm not, like, you know, to each their own. I mean, it really only takes 1 or 2 to function. It's weird, though. Scenario, U.S. Alaska versus the rest of NATO. NATO units are positioned in Alaska, and Canadian units are in U.S.-Canadian border. Can U.S. take all Canada and NATO will arrive on time? Wait. I did a USA versus NATO on this channel. One of my USA versus the world videos, I did a USA versus NATO. That was a long video. Because I don't know if you guys know this, there's not any single web page on the internet that has, number one, concurrent numbers with what you'll find in other places, but number two, all of the individual number, like military capability of NATO. I had so many fucking tabs open. Those dogs are in an open air prison. They're fine. I got this little fan right here, and yes, I have it blowing on me, but I'm also trying to, like, because I had to close the main door because I don't have any doors on my bathroom right now, and I have to put the baby gate over there. So I close the door, which makes it hotter in here. And you're like, why don't you have any doors? Well, so here's this thing, gentlemen, and I'm going to teach you something that I've learned in marriage. Sometimes there's jobs that your wife will ask you to do, dude stuff, so to speak, and with that dude stuff you have to do. If it's a really difficult job, you should probably just fail at it. Hear me out. Because if you succeed at it, she's going to want you to do it again. So I worked my ass off, got 3 doors set up in this house. They're good to go. Cool. My wife goes, you should do the rest of the doors in the house, including closets. Fucking hate it here. So yeah. Bring back the line. You shut up your mouth. I could. The U.S. nuclear triad is functional? Absolutely. Yeah, ours actually works. You remember the NATO video? That's what I'm talking about. As Lord Emperor of the Universe, Herrera says journalists, lawyers, and politicians don't go to heaven. He's not wrong. Although right now, the bar is pretty low. For him to be better than Tony, all he really has to do is not sleep with one of his staffers who then commits suicide. Like that's really all you got to do. People are spurging about Qatar building a facility in a mountain home Air Force base, even though we do that with several countries. Absolutely. They're arguing Qatar is owning, not renting, parts of the base and taking over. So from what I read, I haven't looked into all the details yet. It's a temporary, it's not a permanent thing. The U.S. will control it. However, it will be Qatari managed, which is not unheard of. Like, this is the thing. If you have the right clearance and that's on one of our bases, you can walk right up and say, I want to go inside. And they can't be like, no. We can do that in U.S. bases overseas, though. And there are certain caveats. Like, if you're in a place that has, you know, still a king and queen and prince and shit like that, and the prince or the king or queen walks up, well, probably not the queen, the king walks up, can't really tell them no, because they'll tell you, like, get out of my fucking country. Take all your shit and go. And there's only a couple of them that pay us to be there. Am I only responding to the Twitch questions? What do you mean? Love you, man. Just got to hear what's up with the title. So there's a big streamer, Hassan Piker, very recently alleged, I mean, it's on video. He has a dog. She's a puppy, and well, not a super puppy, but a couple years old. And she is a prop in his videos and stays behind him. And she was about to step off her bed, and he copped a fucking attitude and allegedly shocked her with a shock collar. And that's why I say we don't shock dogs here. They're just hanging out. Just a naked boy and a big fat stink. I love Knox, but he smells so bad. Happy to catch another HLC live stream. Keep up your hard work with all your content. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I've had to slow down a little bit just because of other commitments and things like that, and also my sanity. So I've gone from 3 videos a week to 2. But they're a little bit longer, so I think you guys still get the same amount of HLC. That's what I'm going for. Here's your weekly Ethan Long. They call me Ethan Long because he's got this is HLC as the musician. Sweet Jesus. What? I mean, you know what? We're going to leave that alone because my in-laws watch this. You got banned from his page for saying he shocked that dog? That's fair. I have failed at air defense? How so? Oh, Alpo? Oh, no. Knox gets Nulo. He used to get Avoderm. The high quality farts. Awesome stream. Thank you so much, Black Hole Sun. Black Hole Sun. Won't you? Oh, I just realized I'm still live. Yeah, that's. Your content makes my workday go so fast. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. Honestly, man, I just like hanging out with you guys on Fridays. All my homies hate Hassan. Fucking Mrs. Linecrosser hates when I say this, and she's probably watching. Based. Great videos this week. Missed a few lives, but I'm here now. Also, I've noticed uptick in shut up your mouth. You guys love that for some reason, and you know what? It was like it's. Anytime Buff or somebody gets a zinger against Russia, it's a good opportunity to throw it in. All dogs are puppies other than Chihuahuas? That's fair. That's fair. I'm going to run out of topics for my videos with all this peace breaking out. Honestly, that would be really good. Hi from Bangkok. No shit. Real men love little dogs. Been a while since I seen you, homie.
Would you intercept me?
I'd intercept me.
Long time no see, my dude. Just curious if you and Nick have a day set for when you got to the Air Force Museum. Really want to get a pic of you guys with the kid. Damn right we don't shock dogs. We can shock people who shock dogs, right? Hashtag XB70.
100%. They're still playing hard to get. Still in the works. I got some other stuff lined up. I know that's on my list. Thoughts on ICE operations? I mean, anytime you make a change or anytime you try and crack down on anything, it's going to cause people to be concerned. What I find incredibly concerning, and I talked about this recently with Chris Cappy. Oh, hear me out. Let me finish. America's freedom of speech and freedom of information with social media is becoming a bit of a crutch. Now, hear me out. There is no way to change this without it becoming a larger risk to people's rights. But the enemy has learned that you can convince a lot of people to do whatever you want if they feel like they're standing up for something. And I mean, Hamas, perfect example. Phenomenal propaganda campaign. Russia, another one. Phenomenal propaganda campaign. I really can't be mad at them for that. But like, let's say you wanted to shut down the Golden Gate Bridge for whatever reason, just to prove that you could. I don't know. You could shoot it with a missile. You could have an active shooter on there. You could blow it up. Or you can go on social media and create a campaign where a bunch of college kids block traffic for a couple hours and say, free insert country here. They feel like they're standing up for something, and you get the effect you wanted without your hands being involved. It's kind of fucked up. You want to stop Navy ships from going out? Convince a bunch of dumbass kids to go glue their hands to the side of a naval vessel to fucking protest the oppression of the Chinese people. I don't fucking know. They all feel like they're standing up for something. So I totally get it. We love the shut up your mouth. Trunnion! Can I get a hell yeah? Of course you can get a hell yeah. I play War Thunder. Why is Americans ADATS anti-air so powerful? I don't know. I haven't used it myself. You shut up, you stupid plane. Here's another $5 gift for each of the dog. Is not yet. It's not time. We're at 39 minutes so far. At 1 hour, we get Protocol 4. Everyone gets that. But he did pay for it. I don't know if they'll go back to the bed. You might lose out on this cute moment. Is this what we want? Oh, your leg fell asleep, didn't it, big boy? He's an old boy. He's got arthritis, so when he sleeps and jumps up too quick, he sometimes picks up a limp. I'll give him a gabapentin later. Good boy. He's 11, if you could believe it. All right, Fritz, go on. Go on. I don't want to run you over with my chair. Hold on. What? What? Here's, sorry. Final chat, low budget. Dude, I try and read everything as much as I can. First time catching live, Hip Hop Hillbilly, thank you so much for being here. But anyways, what if Donald Trump said, time to let the kid eat when sending the F-22 somewhere? Look, if anyone used one of my quotes as a politician, as long as it wasn't wildly outlandish, I'd be like, that's pretty fucking cool. Like, I have a further reach than I thought. It's still really weird because I don't feel like anything different than just a regular normal guy. But yeah. Fritz, how's the water over there? Is the water good? He's just looking at me. Been up since 10 p.m. last night. Had a long nap after work. Had to watch the stream. Hey, Super DBS fan, appreciate you being here. Unless you're Obama. I think even that would be kind of cool. You hate Russia, no joke. Well, this is something I want all humans in the world to understand. Usually wars are a conflict of ideology. Usually. I can dislike Russia's government without hating all Russians. I can separate that. There are some Russians that will hate me just because I'm American. And that's fine. Like, I dislike the government of Iran, but I don't hate Iranians. Matter of fact, most Iranians actually kind of side with the West, that they're like, hey, these guys are fucking assholes. You should totally overthrow them. Apparently, it's the same sentiment in Venezuela. It's really strange. Just remember, you're beautiful and your dogs love you. Aww. Shirt with Franklin in the cockpit of an F-22. T-shirt with you shut up your mouth. More Knox slurs, please. He's my fat boy. He's my chunk. He has a medical condition. It's called fat. It's a medical condition. It really is. Fritz is over there blipping water. If he drinks too much of it, I'll have to go fill it back up. Am I on Twitch? I do have a Twitch channel. I haven't been on there in years. Just haven't had time. And right now I use video games to kind of decompress. But like I'll go onto my buddies like live streams and shit like that when they're on Twitch. Like King Picks Media. I played Helldivers with him before. Veteran with a Sign. I've played games with him before, so. Boston Terriers are epic. Boston Terriers are fucking nut jobs. Anything with terrier at the end of it, just assume it's a nut job. Yorkie, Yorkshire Terrier, fucking nut job. Probably the worst, like the most nut job-ish of the terriers is the, oh my God, what is the name of it? The dog from Frasier. Fuck. Jack Russell. There you go. Jack Russells. They are lunatics. Seriously, the kid needs an intercept. You should make one up. Is the actual Raptor really that badass? There's more out there. There's more out there on the Tomcat. So I'll put it to you this way. The F-22 is a really, really good platform. The reason it was so expensive is America does this thing where we're like, can we build it? You know, like Bob the fucking Freedom Builder, right? Can we build it? And we build it, and it's stupid expensive. And we're like, cool. Can we make it cheaper? That's what we did with the F-22. That's why we made the F-35 program. It's easier to maintain. It's a little bit cheaper. Cool. Same thing happened with our submarine fleet. The Seawolf was a fucking monster, but it was stupid expensive. So they went with, is it Virginia? Is it Virginia class? LA class? Anyways, they kind of rolled back and made it more affordable. Springer Spaniel? I don't know if I've ever met a Springer. Shirt with Franklin in the cockpit of an F-22. Would you be willing to read a trilogy about a deadly spider apocalypse? No, I don't do spiders, man. Fuck spiders. My mother has a boxer, also nut jobs, whose happy butt wiggles get so extreme she basically punches herself in the face with her ass. Knox has smacked himself in the face with his own tail. He is a very happy boy. I don't know if that's good or bad. No, it just means they're happy. Fritz doesn't wag very much. He just kind of stares at you. You should check out the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History in Albuquerque. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Somebody said the Triton missile silo Titan missile silo in Arizona. Called them. I've emailed them. They need to email back. Love your videos. They bring joy to my fucked up world. That's all I want to do, man. I want to make you guys laugh. Like that's really why I do this. If I stopped making anything doing it tomorrow, I would still do it just because I like making people laugh. It'd probably be a little bit harder and I'd have less time to do it, but I just really like making people smile. The world's a shitty place, man. I just like making people laugh. My thoughts on Millennium Challenge 2002. I've heard of that, but I can't remember what the hell it is. Hold on. Hold on, let me read. I don't know enough about it. I mean, it seems like just a very, very expensive war game, but I'd have to really read up more. I just don't have like the time right this second to really read that much up on it. Schnauzers are weird. They can be When they're young, they're real fucking crazy, but when they get a little bit older, they're kind of chill. Look at that. Look at that face. The Fritz face up there. Look at it. He just looks so sad. What was I about to say? Not Schnauzer. I was explaining to somebody. I was like, golden retrievers. They're a 50-50 split, and I explained this. Who was I talking to? Yeah, I can't remember, but I was like, Goldens, you get one thing or the other. There's no in between. You're never gonna mix them both. You either get a golden that is afraid of everything in the world that exists, or has zero sense of self-preservation. There's no in between. They're either like a leaf moves outside and they yelp and run away, or they're playing outside with like a scorpion. Like there's no in between. Like there's nothing at all. Are we really going to war with Venezuela? I don't know if it'll be a war. I feel like some action is going to take place. I feel like it will be a limited campaign on the U.S. side. I haven't really looked into Maduro as much as I probably should have. I know that his neighbors don't have the highest opinion of him. The Colombians, apparently they really don't like that guy either. And he can't really be serious thinking his forces have a chance. Like, I mean, there has to be some form of realization. I mean, there wasn't for Saddam, so I don't know. Oh my gosh, I got way behind. Have I seen the supposed new Assassin's Creed trailer, the one that's set in the Civil War? I've not seen the trailer. I heard of it, or somebody said it was canceled. And I was like, fuck, man, that would have been great. Still the best Assassin's Creed? Black Flag, fight me, don't care. You can be like, oh, it's fucking this one, it's this one. No, Black Flag, all day, 100%. The Terminal List, I've seen a couple episodes. I don't think I've watched all of it. Wait, I'd Buff's pickle called the trigger finger when he visits Russia's mom. What? Is his pickle called the trigger finger when he visits Russia's? I don't even understand. Carl, what are we talking about? Belgian Malinois, the definition of furry missile. Yeah, they are in, dude. People who like Malinois, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I like other people's mals. I love them. They're fun to play with. They like tug of war. They got a lot of energy. They like to wrestle. I'm all for it. I could never own one because they're fucking lunatics. I don't have an active enough of a life. These guys back there, pretty chill. I mean, I take them on walks. Like, we still wrestle around. We still play, but they want it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's like husky people. I don't get husky people. I don't get y'all. To each their own. Huskies are cute. Huskies are cute, and they're fun to have. But having a husky is like, cool. I want to have no spare time because my dog constantly needs attention and to burn off energy. I need to make sure that they get outside pretty regularly. This dog will argue with me to my face and not want to come inside when the weather is bad. Ta-da! Just... Is Qatar building military base in Idaho? Why? So we did talk about that. So you must have just got in here, which is fine. It's going to be a building, and I don't know if they're building. They're probably footing the bill for it. It's on a U.S. military base, which means it'll be U.S. military owned and operated. Well, owned. It'll be Qatari operated. This is not new. This stuff happens all the time. I really wish I was still on Fort Sill because I would go down the road and just take a picture of the German Air Force building. Be like, boom. Just like the property of the German Air Force. This happens all the time. Huskies or Malamutes? Malamute. They're slightly less husky-ish. Like, I don't get me wrong. I understand why people like Huskies. Not my thing. Anna, appreciate you being here. Thank you for the content. It was helping me get through the dark time. Recently, my brother became part of the 22 a day. It's been hard on me and my family. Rip CM2 Logan. I'm sorry to hear about your brother, Hunter. I really am. I'm glad that my videos can help you. Just keep your head up, man. That's what I tell everybody when you lose somebody is just, try and live the life that they never had. Go have those life experiences. My 14-year-old cat tried to eat a scorpion one time. Yeah, that checks out. Fritz is rubbing his head into Nox and Nox is grumbling about it. I love that Nox has such a great temperament because Fritz is an asshole. F-22, the kid is in the new Tron movie. He finally gets an intercept Grandpa Buff. Should go to war for what they did. I now have to go see the new Tron movie. Is it out? Is it in theaters? Syndicate and Assassin's Creed 2. I don't know if I ever played Syndicate, but Assassin's Creed 2, you shut your mouth. I don't even think he could swim in Assassin's Creed 2. I know he couldn't in the first one. What about the newest one set in Japan? What new what set in Japan? I'm sorry. I love Other People's Maligator. Yeah, no, Other People's Mals are great. HLC, your dogs are much better behaved than donuts. Yeah. Mrs. Lioncrosser said medication should be much more affordable or free. I don't disagree with that. Here, and I know anytime you say the word free, be like, well, someone's paying for it. I totally agree. Totally agree. However, we could probably take away our foreign aid and just like, I'm not saying like everything. Like, I don't think painkillers should be paid for by the American public, but like things that can't be abused, your insulin, your chemo, antivirals, things that not like no one's doing a line of chemo to get fucking high, homie. So like those 100%. Swimming was added in 3. Okay. More slurs from Noxy Man. Oh, well, Nox is going to be getting there. Alaskan Malamutes are Huskies. Are they? Yeah, this is Qatar, which is Muslim Brothers. I mean, this is the thing, okay? I have met people from many, many walks of life. You cannot compartmentalize humans in the way that, like, good versus bad. Like, you can't say that America's good and Russia's bad. You can't. Because there are bad people in both countries, there are good people in both countries. You just can't do that. The same goes for any faith, okay? I have met incredibly peaceful Muslims that just want nothing more than to live their life in peace and preach the word of their God, okay? I have met people from all kinds of different faiths, Hindu, Catholic, Christian, I'm trying to think of another religion right now, Judaism, and I think a lot of that comes down to the individual. So now, to be fair, given my past experiences with Islamic people in Islamic countries, there's a little part of me that like gets antsy when I'm around like a full-blown Muslim from like another country. It makes me uncomfortable, but I try and like suppress that and give everybody a fair shake. Do I think the U.S. Air Force should pick up the slack for air-based defense with NASAMS and other interceptors? I really wish the Air Force would pick up the slack when it comes to air defense. I really do. Like, I'm not talking shit. The Army is fucking full throttle, pinned when it comes to air defense. We are trying to cover way more assets than we have personnel or equipment to do. Battlefield 6, hands down, best game. I just got it. I played like one match and then I had to hop off. Free Motrin for everyone. Blood pressure meds, that's another one. 100% paid by foreign aid. Aid, we need aid. I mean, that's kind of like my thing. I don't think that Americans should be rationing their insulin because they can't afford it. Like, and I know that's usually the exception and not the rule. I get it. But that bothers me. I think that we as Americans can do better for ourselves and for each other. But doing better, this is a double-edged sword. Everyone's like, yeah, we could do better for ourselves. Absolutely. But that also means being tough on crime. Being tough, like way tougher on crime. No more of this, well, hey, unless you steal this dollar amount, you're not getting arrested. You steal, you get arrested. Sorry. Like, that's just the way it is. Being tough on crime. You know what's crazy? Is somebody, I think it was Mrs. Linecrosser. She was like, they don't have like a lot of homeless population in some of these other countries. I said, yeah. However, the homeless population in these other countries it's famine. They're starving to death. In the United States, you see fat homeless people with fucking Obama phones. That's like, once you've seen homeless in other countries, it's a very stark difference than homeless here in the United States. Plus, it's like, I'm not saying we need to go this direction, but do you know why North Korea has no crime? Because they're in constant perpetual fear of their fucking regime. You steal an apple in North Korea, they're going to shoot you. Like, no trial or anything. They're just going to be like, well, you shouldn't have done this, and kapow. Like, that's it. That's why there's no fucking crime in a lot of those places. I'm not saying we need to be that tough on crime, but we could be a little tougher on crime. Assassin's Creed Shadows. I don't know if I played Shadows. Muslims, I haven't. That's... Name one normal Scientologist. That's fair. But I also think Scientology isn't really a religion. It's more of just a cash grab. And maybe, no, I guess you could call that prejudice. Sorry. Also, everyone has a different morality. 100%. There are things that are morally acceptable in this country that are not morally acceptable in other countries. There are things... Morality is... Ultimately, it's a reflection of the way you were raised. It's kind of your character. There are people who have their morals based off of where they grew up, and then they come here to the U.S., and it's a very different world for them. Yeah. Other militaries have their air forces do air defense like that. I don't disagree. It's kind of a little impractical, and I think it's nothing against the Air Force. I don't think they want to carry that workload. I'm not talking any shit, but the Air Force is already pretty well taxed, and maybe they just don't have the funding and personnel to do what the Army is taking on right now. But it would make things easier because we have a position called a DAFCO, which is Air Defense Artillery Fire Control Officer. And their job is literally to translate Army to Air Force and Air Force to Army. The ADAFCO school is an Air Force school that they go to. And they have to, like, when they hear things from their units, they go, boom, I got to translate this into this and tell the fucking, I don't know, not the KAOC, the RADC, Regional Air Defense Commander, or the SADC, Sector Air Defense Commander, or the DADC, the Divisional Air Defense Commander, whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of RADC, DADC, SADC, there's a whole bunch of them. Tell them what they need, and then they pass it down the other way. So it would make it a lot easier. You shut up your mouth needs to be in every upload. Thanks to you. I say it all the time. Accent included. That's awesome. I'm going to start that trend. I'm going to just make a short and be like, stitch this short, telling somebody, you shut up your mouth. I think it'd be great. First time here, love your shorts. Thank you so much, Bork Bork Nom Nom. I thank you so much for being here, Bork Bork Nom Nom. Did I say that twice? I might be having a stroke. Have you seen the air shanty I stole an F-16? I have. Well played. Like, the internet is undefeated. Oh, Fritz had just had a big stretch. Bring back 3 strikes policy. Yeah. Couldn't agree more. Now, here's the thing. I saw a Twitter post. I saw very recently. It's like, would you call immigration on an illegal immigrant for $1,000? And that is not my fucking job. I'm a very big fan of minding my own motherfucking business. I'm a very big fan of that, okay? I ain't no snitch. But if I see them arresting old boy, I'm not going to stop them. All right, do you? Let me see. How long do you think it would realistically take us to fold Venezuela and remove Maduro? 72 hours, and that's me shooting high. Because from what I understand, again, this is just based on my understanding, is the vast majority of the population really doesn't like his regime. And they were living a lot better before he kind of got power. So thank you for the sound advice. Watching whilst away in Norfolk for work. Got the USS Baton and USS Oak Hill outside my hotel window. That's fucking gangster. I'd go see the Baton. That would be awesome. Ooh, we're at 1 hour. It is Protocol 4, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Protocol 4. Hang on, Fritz. Hang on. Let's put on a little show. Come on. I got shorts on. Okay. All right. Wave. Okay. Touch. There we go. Good boy. All right, Knox. Let's see what you do. Shake. Good boy. Down. Bang. All right, that's a good dead dog. All right. Good boys. All right, you got your treat. Go on, go lay down. Go lay down. All right. Protocol 4 is the hour mark on my stream where I get the dogs a treat. Daisy Dukes, man, I gotta be looking good. Oh, shit, Craft Voorhees is here. I didn't get down to that yet, though. What is up, my dude? Greetings, brother. Hope retirement is treating you well. Can't wait to see the new series on Pepperbox. Bro, I'm very excited about that. So, in case you guys didn't know, it's not live yet, but me and Chris Cappy and myself, there we go, sorry, have come together and are working on another new show. This one will only be on Pepperbox, and I'm very excited about it. And we recorded the first one this morning. I had to get up early for it. And as soon as we got done recording, we were both talking, and I was like, dude, I would absolutely do this even if like we didn't make anything with it. Like, this is actually a lot of fun. So I'm really excited. Travis Mason, what is up? Oh, even your dogs got up? 70%? Who's whiter, Knox or HLC? Probably Knox. He's also been shaved. That's a lot of ink. Oh yeah, my Borderlands tattoo. Chris Cappy and I, whatever. See you later. Hoping over to watch a new episode premiere. Take it easy, Henshin fanatic. Words are hard. HLC, no talk, no good. Nope. I don't even talk anymore. Like, I'll say a line, and as soon as I like pause the video to change like the image and move everything around, that character is already like ready to go, knows what they need to say, and I'm like, shit. Any plans to go see the USS New Jersey and USS Enterprise, the Big E? Yes. I haven't reached out to the New Jersey yet. I'm still trying to figure out like what our schedule is going to look like. But we will make that happen. What new show? My interweb stalled out. It's a new show with me and Chris Cappy from Cappy Army. I love Chris, by the way. He is a great person. Like, he is so engaging with people, and he's very, very smart. And he kind of like, how do I explain Chris? Chris, on top of being really intelligent, he wants to hear everybody's opinion. He doesn't talk over people. He listens very well. He absorbs the information. He's articulate. He's a really good dude. Like, I'll be honest with you. I really didn't know who Chris Cappy was until like a year ago. And now I'm a big fan of him both as a friend and his content. So one more. Hope Mrs. HLC read my weekly. I'll make sure she does. Big E is gone. There is no Enterprise. What? Is Big E gone? There's a big issue with already deported immigrants coming back. Ice Grab is Chinese from us who had been arrested for attacking someone with a machete 6 months ago. He's already back and has been arrested again. See, I think there was a comedian. It was back in the 90s or maybe early 2000s. There was a comedian who was like, look, every time you cross the border illegally, we should just send you further. It's like someone comes across from Mexico. It's like, all right, you're going back to Chihuahua. They come across the second time. All right, here you go, Guatemala. Third time, it's like, Antarctica. Just fucking shove them out the plane with a parachute. You're on your own. You're staying down there. Just, just drop them off in the wrong fucking country. I don't know if that's illegal. I mean, probably is. Chris Zappy and iShock? What? Huck Fusan. I like it. I like it. Do I think EA being bought will make Titanfall 3? I don't know. Ultimately, Titanfall is Respawn's baby. EA is just the publisher. There's not much that I know about the Saudis, but I know Saudis like money. I know they do. And if they think that they can create something that is going to make them a lot more money, because EA has been circling the drain for a while. I would not be surprised if Ubisoft was bought out again here like soon. If Ubisoft is just picked up by some foreign nation, because Ubisoft is circling the fucking drain too. They keep recycling the same goddamn garbage. Battlefield 6, I feel like was successful to spite them. But maybe the Saudis had some input on Battlefield 6. I don't know. But yeah. I hope they make it. Buff airdropping motherfuckers. Oh man, Fritz's head is right by the camera. Look at him. He's so cute. Oh, gosh. He heard something. Who's going to complain after getting kicked out of the door? I don't know. You don't 9/11 your friends. So, okay, hold on. Stay with me here. I don't disagree with that. But that whole thing is very confusing. Because people are like, it was the Saudis. No. No. Bin Laden was born in Saudi Arabia to a fucking rich Saudi family. He then created Al-Qaeda, started doing these little attacks here and there, and then Al-Qaeda was kind of like friends with the Taliban, and then the Taliban kind of got their shit rocked by the US, and the Taliban was like, fuck you, Al-Qaeda, and then Al-Qaeda continued to fight and just got their shit more and more rocked. I don't know. It's like he was born there, but that's like somebody being born in the US and defecting to Russia and fighting in their special military operation, and people like, it's Americans. It's not really. Big E's not coming back. It's just Space Marine bait. Oh shit. The Big E is being broken down and turned into the new Big E. I feel like that's gonna just be an iconic ship for a long time. Man, look at Fritz in that big ass bed, all by his lonesome. Oh, I think my fan died. Got to plug her back in. There we go. What is up, habitual line stepper? Not much. They say the hijackals were all the hijackets were all Saudis. I don't know. Look, you go anywhere in the world, you're gonna find somebody who has a problem with the United States. Just the way it is. There are Polish people who don't like Americans. Well, the United States. There are allies in the United Kingdom who don't like Americans and the American policies. So you're going to find some people. It's just a matter of those people being willing and able to cause that kind of havoc. Now, I don't want to get into the whole, like, fucking fuel does not melt steel beams. I don't know. I don't know about all that. We just be building shit. Anything you're excited to see up working on? That new show with Chris Cappy, pretty excited about that one. I'll be going to Man vs. Morning soon. Possibly do another unsub and maybe another say hi to Eli. I will be going to an unsub live show. Not going to say which one. I don't know if I'm supposed to say which one. I wasn't explicitly told not to say it, so I don't know. I might have already said it. I don't know. Fritz, will you move back into the camera? You look headless. Wait, Cappy is making a new show? Yes, he and I together are making a new show on Pepperbox together. Pretty excited. Rat Dog's in a big ass bed. He is cute. SR72, I don't know. So here's the thing. Would it be cool to have the SR-72? Yes. However, right now it wouldn't be necessary, if that makes sense. Like, okay, you have something that is potentially stealth, great, can move at crazy speeds, awesome. Do we need that any more than what we already have? Like, does that provide us any benefit? I don't know. Can we launch missiles from it? Can we do shit like that? I don't know. Now with like the Lazy Tortoise coming online and the what the fuck is the name of it? Starts with an H. Or no, the M. Mako. Like hypersonics coming online? Maybe. That might be something in our realm. Habitually capped. That's funny. Commander Knight, dude, that's awful, man. Like your mom passed away today. You have my sincerest condolences to you and your family. I'm sure she will be greatly missed. And you said she was a fan as well. Do me a favor, reach out to some of my mods. I'll touch base with them. Just get into my Discord, reach out to my mods, all right? I got you. Sasquatch Phil, what is up, man? Is that Red Pill Phil from fucking the Twitterverse? Is he a fan now? Cappy and the Missiltist? That's funny. You shit now? Dude, I just did. I actually had to bring a plunger in there. I fucking clogged the toilet. Easy there. I like the missiletism and learn cool shit. I love learning and being able to share with you guys. Like, that is so exciting to me. Also, this is your friendly reminder that if anyone thinks that they can be right about everything, you should make fun of them. You just should. Because they have destined a lifetime of never being able to learn. And that sounds so incredibly sad when you think about it. Have I ever heard back from the USS Hornet Museum? I have not. Hold on. Habitually caps lock. You know what? We should have named it something cool like that, but it's not. It's really not named anything cool like that. Serious question, can you watch Pepperbox on a smart TV? Yep. I have it on my smart TV in the other room. And then my in-laws have it on their smart TV. And it's also on my phone and my wife's tablet. And yeah. Capitulary? Habitual melanin deficient. I'm not that white. I even changed the white balance of my camera so that I look less white. Habitually fat and Chris Fatty. Oh, we have a Roku smart TV. Mrs. Linecrossers is now paying attention. Mrs. Linecrosser. You're pretty white. I am. It's called Chris Cappy and the Mistletoe. But I'm a field grade. I'm never wrong. You and I both know how fucking untrue that is. Could you even type that without laughing, Craft? Capping tickers. Oh, no, that is no. Casper's 2 shades darker than me. Are we back to the white jokes on me? Army of line crossers. Cap the habitual line Chrysler. Habitual graveyard tan. Oh my gosh. Um, 45 minutes left, Mrs. Line Crosser. She wants me to go get her something. I'm still whiter than you, HLC. That's fine. You guys did cap and line crossers. Physics duck is fun to learn random thing. There's a physics duck? Habitually tuberculosis flush. Yo, Have I seen the short animated movie Cat Shit 1? I have not. Habitually like Caucasian. I don't think I've reached out to the Hornet Museum, did I? No, I didn't reach out to the Hornet Museum. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've been kind of just slammed with other things going on. And right now, Mrs. Linecrosser's in the other room, and she's got her sciatica acting up something fierce. So she's like literally laying in bed, and I have to help her around the house. She's lucky she's not in a walker this time. It's not from me. It's from life and stress. I can't do that. I'm not translucent. You hate your gums because they white. Jesus. Habitually black lungs. They made a test short for a plane sequel featuring the kid in the SR-71. I can't wait for that to go live and people to just, like, them to just get roasted. Be like, why didn't you hire HLC to play that character? That reminds me, Mrs. Linecrosser needs to be your voice for Japan since the new prime minister is a woman. She has been the AWACS. And next time I plan on getting her into a video as the AWACS. And Buff is going to say some pretty pragmatic shit. Pink King, why are you coming at me like that? Habcap? That's funny. Women be tripping. Wesley Nodder, thank you so much. You're so white, you make Yeti look tan. That's who the AWACS was. Yeah, the AWACS was Mrs. Linecrosser, and then I had a Sea Stallion was my little sister. Capitual Flag Waver. That's actually pretty funny. Women be tripping. I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, yo, look out for that. And she's like, what? And I was like, there's nothing. And she goes, why would you tell me to watch out for it? I said, women always tripping over nothing. And then she throws stuff at me. From earlier, LA class, Seawolf class, Virginia class, and the crews would love to recreate the Greenpeace incident. Dude, when that was sent to me, I was like, this is insane. And I wouldn't have believed it had I not the article been attached to it. The Seahawk, whatever, Seahawk, Sea Stallion, fucking Sea. I just realized I just said Seahawk, Sea Stallion, whatever, and some of you plain people are gonna lose your fucking mind because I did that. Caught the live again. Yeah, you're here, high level casual. Habitual laughter causing. Don't go to White Sands shirtless, they'll never find you. You know, I have tattoos all over my, well, a couple of them. One on the back. I have a tramp stamp. I don't have a tramp stamp. Work was hell, just here paying my therapy dues. Hope all is well on your end. When's your first mail call in the New Mexico edition going to be? Take care. I did check my P.O. box a couple days ago. I had one from a Sean. He is my first person who sent anything to me. I'm trying to think of something cool to do for him because that's the first one that I got in the new area. So I haven't checked it. I'm so white I disappear in snowstorms. Y'all act like I'm running around snowstorms naked. The Sea Stallion is a giant helo called the CH-53. That's close enough. You need free merch. Maybe I should start doing giveaways and shit. What's my opinion on Terminal List intros fire? I haven't seen very much of the show. I remember seeing like part of an episode. I don't even know if I've seen the entire, like the intro. Hang on, let me double check. Because I'm drawing a blank right now. Maybe I haven't seen that. Maybe I haven't seen that. We aren't going to kink shame you. Do you? You guys are going to kink shame me. Tattoos and White Sands, the same thing as contractor camouflage. I'm going to get tattoos on I'm going to get the fucking Mike Tyson. I'm going to see if Mrs. Linecrosser allows me to do that. How much did you get paid to be an inspiration for the B-21 paint coating? I'm sorry, I don't get the joke there. The B-21's gray. I want to laugh with you. I do. I just don't get it. I'm sorry. Look, okay, somebody sent me a French maid outfit and I wore it once, and I tell you, I'm never going to wear it again. I sent you 69 BS flag and patches. Do you know if they got it? Arrived October 4th, sent it to unsub PO box. Probably. I don't know. I know they're starting here soon. Maybe it's next week. They got the live shows. They've been doing just Supreme White Assist. I'm so white I can only do Coast Guard planes. Weapons? You know what? Nothing. I got nothing. I want the Burton episode again. I could probably put that in there. I could probably do that. What would the China ripoff be called? Of like me or my characters or what? Mrs. Linecross was not going to bully me this time. Because I'll bully her right back. If she's like, you're going to wear that, I'd be like, cool. You're going to do something for me when I put it on. It's called going in the other room and let me play video games. Get your head out of the gutter, weirdos. Fucking goobers. Man, Wolfram's quick on that. Delete. The maid outfit lives rent-free in your hard drive. I can't go to the World War II museum in Alaska because they think I might be a polar bear. Bro, I'm getting a new camera. Fuck this. First, it's a maid outfit. I'm going to get cat ear fucking headphones. That's what I'm going to get. And I'm going to say nothing but ooh woo for an entire 2-hour stream one day. I'm not going to do that. That is not going to happen. Live streamer didn't happen. Habitual. The great China, you are habitual rank crusher. And that's how I get canceled right there. You know what's crazy is anybody else tries to like mock accents and they get fucking crucified for it. And you guys are like, more China. Like, it's fucking hilarious. And that I get away with that. It's wild. These are shorts. These are shorts. So all your mods have a bet. The Rogue, these are shorts. And they even have a liner. These are shorts. See, they even got like little twisty ties. Yeah, little drawstring. Boom. Simo Haya would be jealous if I can. Fuck you. World War II Museum in New Orleans. I was told that is a really good one. It is definitely on my list. I actually told Fenn, our cameraman, who's actually from New Orleans, if he could start tracking that down, that'd be awesome. As it should be by default. I have a bone to pick with Elon. I have 3 days left till I'm unbanned. What did Grandpa Buff do this time? Are you Grandpa Buff as well on Twitter? So I want you guys to know, just in the spirit of transparency, I didn't make a Grandpa Buff Twitter. I didn't do it. Somebody else did. And I'm not mad at them. They seem to be holding it down pretty good. So far hasn't done anything crazy. HLC off Timu is just a snowman. What the fuck? Red Pill Phil's like, I love him on Twitter. You know, he's been doing it on his own. So the swim trunks, no, they're workout shorts. They're New Balance. Strings are all right. Strings are for the tampons. Wolfram, what have I done to you today? Listen here. Everyone, there are 665 of you in chat right now. Everyone remind Wolfram of his place in the world and just put 51s in chat. Just 51. That's all I need. Because he's Canadian. He's going to be an American someday. 51. He'll be 51. I'm just waiting to see. There's the first one. I'm waiting for him to start rolling in. 51, 51. There we go. That's how we get Wolfram. That's how we get him. 51 and a half. 666. Woo. I'm waiting for the time that Wolfram bans the numbers 5 and 1 from chat. And for the reference of my question earlier, West Taiwan's mom wanted to know, since we call China mother and such. Hold on, question earlier. Trying to make sure I remember everything. I'm trying to understand, Carl. I really am. Dude, this chat moves so quick sometimes, and I try and answer as many questions as I can. Like, I would probably have to figure out a different format if there was like thousands of people in here. But we stay less than 1,000, and I try and read as much as I can. Wolfram, did you start taking out all the 51s? 51. I'm the one running the X that didn't sound right. You're the one running the X? I'm good with it. So far, I've had no issues. Like, I've seen everything you said, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty on par with Grandpa Buff. I thought Super Chat bought a mention. Guess not. Oh, did it? Did I not mention? What? Is Wolfram trying to take down all the 51s? Wolfram! He's trying. He's desperately trying. I'm sorry, did I mess something up? Robster dude? Snow Mexicans? They're called frostbacks, okay? I haven't used that one yet in a video. I need an excuse to. 5.1 liter. Travel while you're young. That is, yeah. I mean, I'm not really young. I'm 35, but I get what you're saying. I'm definitely young enough to still travel. What did he get banned for? Fucking being Grandpa Buff?
So first off, this guy said some shit, and I realized it was probably a good time for me to interject. And I said very politely, this is exactly how my thing. You dirty fucking Jew. Now I got banned. It's the weirdest thing.
I'm sorry. Help, need merch, please. Moses, I mean, I don't. We'll probably have like a giveaway or something here in the near future, man. We are the captain now. Oh my god. Can be frostbacks. They don't work. I don't know. I've seen, so I think every country has their hard workers and they're not hard workers. And the not hard workers, the people who think that they work hard, usually live in the big cities. And the hard workers are out in the fucking wilderness, like 12-hour shifts, making stupid amounts of money, doing things that'll probably end up killing them in the long run. That's what I've seen. 351 compromise. Oh my god, it's just getting worse. You're younger than me. I am, Kraft. I am. I feel incredibly blessed for the life that I have at the age that I'm at. Yeah. Phoenix is trying to get the 51s out. Wolfram is trying to get the 51s out. It's great. Phoenix, why are you helping him? You're American. He's fucking removing them. He's trying so hard. How about 52? That's a great question, Robert. Polar bear jockeys. I actually like that, and I've never heard that before. That's actually a really good one. U.S. gasbacks. Not solid, not liquid. Gasbacks. I kind of like that. I actually really like that. Oh, man. Y'all trying. How does Buff feel about the Tu-160 carrying far more bombs than he does?
Well, this is the thing. If you look at the numbers, the B1 carries way more than me and the B2. But it isn't about the numbers you carry, it's about how many missions you get done. And that Tu-160 is a giant hog-tied piece of shit, put together with duct tape, hopes and dreams, and vodka fucking flavored dipshits. So I'm not worried about a goddamn thing.
That's probably what he'd say about that. Gonna be hilarious when Beans on Toast learns that the buffoon in chief might bring peace to the Middle East. The kid, not so much. Oh, I know. I'm rather curious. I probably should look a little bit more into the 21 point peace plan. I haven't looked into it. I need to read it, see what the peace plan is all about, like what the goal is. Voorhees is typing out 51. Is Buff Pro 51?
Look, any chance I get to expand America's arsenal of people, personnel, and of course, raw materials is going to be a complete victory for the United States. So next up, we're going to go ahead and take Russia. I mean, we got Venezuela. It's like the biggest one out there. Those guys are going to get folded like a fucking lawn chair. And then after that, we can go ahead and take on, Polar Princess across the way.
Fit T1. 17 to the third power. Is that 51? Wolfram has, as much as I would love to keep going, there's too many of you. We have defeated a Canadian. No one run towards any canned food. Okay, just thought I'd throw that out there. We've defeated him. At least we think we've defeated him. Just no one run towards any cans of food. Somebody Filipino, pitiban. Pipiti one. Will I ever make a B-21 character? And if so, what will he sound like? So I've done a B-21, and when he took his first flight, and I made it sound like an infant that was in that. I don't know. I'd have to really look into it more and figure what the B-21 is all about. You let a Canadian in here? I'm out. No, he's a good Canadian. This is the thing. I think there's a large population of Canada that would agree with a large population of the United States that sometimes the people in charge are fucking stupid. And there's a large portion of Canadians that are like, look, that guy over there, fucking to the east, he's retarded. Just stop it. There's a lot of Canadians that feel that way. Now, I don't know how many Canadians actually feel like being number 51. But I know Wolfram doesn't. Air Force getting 32 extra combat ready F-22. Since when? I wasn't hearing about that. 3 to the 4th power. Hey, Ethan, has he stopped saying sorry yet? No, we're good so far. Am I listening to any music right now? No, I just keep these on so I can hear like alerts and things like that, or if anything comes through. Which craft do you think could have Simon O'Reilly's ghost voice to fit for them? If it's the ghost I'm thinking of, because I don't know who Simon O'Reilly is, but I think it's the ghost from Call of Duty. Probably a classic one, like a Spitfire or a Hurricane. Yeah, something in there. You can imitate the GAU-8 Avenger machine gun. Am I going to listen to actual aircraft people before making the 21 voice? I fucking might. Weapons. Look, you don't own me. Look, fucking, you don't own me. You see there's an independence movement in Alberta. I did see a little bit about that, but it's the downside in situations like that is it's really hard to get a feel for what the people want or if it's just a couple of really loud idiots. And I'm not talking any shit, right? Like, it's there's a band called Woven War, and they have a song called Prophets. That's the name of the song. And it says it's always the loudest who voice only their ignorance. And I know, I'm like the loudest person here right now. Completely understand that. I got a can of corned beef, saving it for those Russians, though. Timothy. Oh, gosh. Is that Timothy? I saw it in a post a few days ago. No shit. I will have to check it out. I don't know anything about that, but I'm checking it out. Your mods are mowing hard. What are they tearing apart? They're fine. Am I still in timeout? No, Uncle, you're here. I claim victory. The number has now been blocked. So fuck you again just cause. People will always find a way, man. People will always find a way. You see the bomb factor? I did. There's like 19 people missing and one person confirmed dead. Like, dude, that's nuts, man. The people most likely to claim they speak for the people are the most likely to be the minority. You're not wrong. It's like when you're on Twitter or X, whatever it's called, and you hear someone say, as a veteran, there's probably over an 80% chance they're about to have a wildly unrealistic take that is fucking retarded. Like, just that's probably just gonna come through. Like, as a veteran, I think we should all, like, I don't know, fucking swear allegiance to the president of the United States. Like, it's always just something fucking wild, right? And I mean, you kind of do, to be fair. You kind of do, because it says, people are like, oh, you swore to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Cool. What's the next line? I will obey the orders of the president of the United States and the officers appointed over me. Oh, dear God. Yeah. If Buff dated Russia's mom back in the 90s and then the USSR fell, would that make the current Russia buffs actually... That's too far into the lore for me, Carl. There's too much lore there. Hang on, I want to check something. Okay, I can still do it. As for you, Wolfram. As a veteran pooper, I learned a courtesy flush to avoid a clog. I do too. Ein und funzig. Take the fucking German. I don't speak German. Opinion on the Israel-Hamas war. There will never be peace there while either one of them still exists. Sorry. I don't have a dog in that fight. Do I think that Hamas provoked it with the October 7th thing? Absolutely. Do I think that justifies every last little thing that Israel has done? Not at all. However, I know that there will never be peace there while Hamas and Israel exist. Now, before Hamas existed, when they were just Palestinians, in 2005 was probably the most optimistic time in Gaza's history. They were actually in peace talks with Israel. They were in trade talks. They were, allowing open borders. They were all good. And then 2008, Hamas seized power. It's been a shit show ever since. So either Israel disappears or Hamas disappears. Palestine can be fine. Palestine and Israel can exist together. Hamas and Palestine can exist together. But Israel and Hamas can't coexist. Just can't. Sorry. It's been too fucked up for too long. Squeaky wheel does get the grease. You ain't wrong. Velo or Zin? Neither. The square root of 2,601 is... There's no way that is... Hold on. Ping King, you are phenomenal. The square root of 2,601 is 51. Well played. Second Cheech and Chong for the B2 and B21. I mean, I kind of already use Cheech as Mexico, but yeah. Sorry, HLC, Palestinians are just hardline as Hamas. I don't disagree. So here's the thing. Hamas was born out of what they felt was a necessity. But here's the kicker, right? It only takes one person from a town, a village, a group to join that, to feel a certain way to join that. And then when they get iced, you have now made the rest extremist because they all want vengeance for that person losing their life. That's how this works. So, if part of the peace plan, which I haven't looked at, is that Hamas will disband. The ideology will exist. You can say Hamas doesn't exist, but the ideology is still going to exist. Look, they're not going to coexist. They're just not. It's just not going to happen. It's just, sorry. Can we get you shut up your mouth? I got you. What's 25 plus 26? Oh, could that be 51? That could be 51. You must follow the rules, y'all. When you are here, the rules must be followed. Or else you must take a shower. I won't. I'm sorry. That's, oh God. Craft. God damn it. That is. All right. I'm going to just say the joke. As I was reading that. So Craft wrote Fife, F-I-F-E space T-E-E-T space W-O-N. So 51. That is like some hood rat fucking naming of their child. It just is. You don't want a shower? I would encourage you to. I just took a shower, but I have a big ass shower that we just finished. I have 3 shower heads in there. It's fucking phenomenal. I live pretty conservatively. It's not a fucking mansion or anything else like that. I just live pretty conservative life, but I really wanted a nice shower. So we had the shower remodeled. Say in the China accent,
You shut up your mouth, please.
I don't, is that what you want? 60 minus 9. Oh. Hey, Wolfram, what is 60 minus 9? What are those strings again? What strings? The drawstrings? Oh, hang on. We got a little, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally here. Hold on. I can do this. 20 times 2 plus 5, 5.5 times 2? Or is that period? Is that period supposed to be a multiplication? But there's an X. So hold on. So parentheses, none, exclamation, or not exclamation. Yeah. Multiplication. So multiplication 20 times 2 is 40. 5 times 2 is 10. 40 plus... Oh, wait. 5.5 times 2 is... Oh, my God. Damn it. You know what? Fuck this. I don't math in public. 99.997 chance all species have existed on Earth are extinct. We don't have a chance, HLC. That's fair. No, you're not wrong. Our time is coming up sooner or later. I just hope that we can put our shit aside to discover intergalactic travel, because that is our only hope for survival as a species, is eventually leaving this planet and going to find a new one to settle on. It's the only hope for the human race. Look me in the eyes. I am the line crosser now. Oh, the 51 in the China accent? 51. Is that what you wanted? 3 to the 17th power. Wolfram is the line crosser. Hey, Zach Brown, how you doing, buddy? I ain't seen you in a minute. 5.5 plus 5.5. Okay, now that makes sense. Yeah, I'm sorry. Morgan, thank you for breaking that down Barty style. I work at a veteran center. My employers nominated me for Quilts of Valor, which is something for veterans and active duty, and I got selected by the organization. They're going to award me with a quilt for my service. Bro, that's fucking awesome, Shadow Tempest. What is going to be on it? Like, do you get to, like, pick, or do they just, like, put it together for you? Or, I mean, honestly, I think it's really cool. B-52X will be a space version. I mean, maybe we'll be in space by then. I tell you, right now, if we got attacked from an intergalactic species, we would figure out space travel real fucking quick. It's just not a priority. You want me to say it as Grandpa Buff?
You shut up your mouth, you son of a bitch.
How's that? We're all in chat losing it right now. Hold on. All your mods are waging a Frigosian uprising. They're all... Hold on. I can't see my chat right now. I've got to wait for that to open. I just want to check something. Okay. You guys want to see something? Gay. No. And that's all you do. You just pop in, say gay, and then leave. I'm not going to do it. War crimes don't count against aliens? Of course they don't. I should play Foxhole? What is Foxhole? Shower time in HLC. You watch me in the shower? Don't touch it. You'll go blind. I would say much worse. You will never escape the 51. Or is that what you guys are calling yourself now? Is the uprising is the 51s? The 51sts? 6 times 8.1 is it? How, you guys are finding different ways to get to 51. You went blind when you saw these thighs? Well, you're going to see them again. Watch out, Fritz. No. Look at this. He does not fit in that bed. Knox, go to the big bed. Go on, go to the big bed. Now you see it. You said standard dog behavior? What's that base outside of Rachel, Nevada? I think it's called Area. Oh, what's the area, guys? Area 29? Area 33? Area. Oh, man, what is it? And he calls us gay. You guys are all the ones looking at it. Where is Fritz? Okay, he ended up in the little dog bed now. Fat dog in a little bed. He is just anywhere he can get comfy. He is a simple. Those are hot pants. My pants are hot. Area 69. Area 1. No, I don't think that's right. Ria 15, 69. Oh. Got blinded by my legs. They're fine. Area next. It won't happen, Wolf. A lot of hair. Cali B Area 420. What up, dude? Clip those shorts? Oh, no. No one clip those goddamn shorts. Your rate on the mod chat was 1 syllable, but we know you were going for nice try to follow through. HLC. We love you. And area code 51. Some Irish side might be showing. We're adding Bailey's to my weekend coffee. You know, this is the thing. Hot take, and I don't judge other people for doing it. I don't think Bailey's in coffee is all that good. Like Irish coffee, I don't think it's that good. I like my coffee black or, bro, my wife got this fancy ass fucking coffee maker. Every morning, I've been making iced coffee with little K-cup pods. Just fucking pop them in there, put my glass underneath with all the ice in it. So I don't judge. If I could be any letter of the alphabet, what would it be and why? Don't be lame. Think it through. Example Z, because I always want to come last. Hold on. I could be a letter of the alphabet. The letter I, because I could mean a person. I could mean I'm a vowel, right? So I'm used in many, many different words. Every word has a vowel. And I get to participate in the hard R. I'm sorry, that's fucked up. If Vietnam just sold their iced coffee in the 60s, we never would have had a conflict. That's fair. Your EBR was chambered in 7.62 by what? 7.62 by 5.1 NATO. So 240 ammo, 308 ammo, basically, more or less. 7.62 by 5.1. It's the standard machine gun 30 cal round that NATO uses. Mine were higher quality though. They were 170 grain match grade ammunition. That's what I usually was supposed to carry, but oftentimes I would just de-link 240 ammo because it's all we had. I is too thin to be HLC. God damn it, Barry. I told my friends that my grandfather was Mexican. The first thing they asked was, is his favorite sport was cross country. Bro. Look at the Scuttlebutt channel. What do you got in the Scuttlebutt channel? Gotta find the damn Scuttlebutt channel. Weapons, your mom's a hoe. Yup. They got my thighs in chat. Well, that'll be on the next Angry Cops fucking reaction. Who is my favorite Chaos God and why is it Korn? I don't know enough about mythology. That's actually like one thing that I would like to learn a whole lot more about. I don't know that much about it. I don't even know what constitutes a Chaos God. I don't know. Maybe it's something I'll read up on when I finish my 40K book. Eye is too thin is perfect. Well, I'm not that fat. I'm losing weight again though. Corn for the cornflakes? What? Fat. You gotta yell trash. Eat your fucking pudding. If you guys all saw that video. I'm working on it. I've been working on I've been struggling with my weight my whole life. Trust me. You guys can call me fat and all it's going to do is make me kill myself. How does that feel? Huh? Okay. Moving on. Is something for 40K? Oh, see, that's what I don't know. I'm still, I think, in the 30K. From what I understand, like I was reading and it doesn't say like this is the beginning of 30K. No, it doesn't say that anywhere. So I'm reading the Horus Heresy, the first book right now, and I was explaining like what I understood and someone's like, "No, you're still in 30K. Why the fuck am I like I thought it was 40K." I got to keep reading. Fuck with the wolf, you get the ram. You did this to yourself. Wolfram. You know what, guys? I think I got a way to make this all good. In light of Wolfram banning the term 51, I think everyone should, in chat, post their very negative opinions about tungsten.
Would you intercept me?
And how they feel about it. Blitzkrieg!
I'd intercept me.
Or Blitzbreak.
Smiley face emoji. Glad to see you're doing well. Smiley face emoji. Saw the live notice and had to say hey. No greeting of the day. Don't know your unit or if you're finally out yet.
I am finally out. I'm just I'm a PFC, a proud effing civilian. But thank you so much. No, you're good. I'm the biggest of Sarts. Is that a fat joke? I'm just fucking with you, dude. No, thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you guys are all here. We're all just hanging out. I'm gonna minimize my fucking Discord so I don't gotta stare at my own white legs. Wolfram HLC DLC coming soon. Great. You can't have your pudding unless you eat your meat, is what I heard when I heard him yell, "Eat your pudding." I have a Discord. Yes, you just got to be 18 and up to go in there. Wolfram sounds like a furry. I just want to know you guys' negative opinions about tungsten and how you feel about tungsten. Only negative opinions, though. That's all I want. The Capronical coin, the 51, that's funny. What did I do to myself? What, are they already memeing it? Is it already in the meme channel? Condor beacons of Gondor, Pippin, the beacons of Minas. God damn it. Oh my God. This one of Eli. I want to send that to Eli. I got to look that up on my phone. When your Discord kitten status shows online. Grandpa Buff getting ready to head to Moscow. Oh my God. Smeagol got me. Great. Thanks. You guys are assholes. Tungsten is the LaCroix of metals. I like it. Can't wait to taste that sweet American maple syrup. Oh, wonderful. I have nothing negative to say about tungsten. Oh, come on, make up something negative. DU is better than tungsten. It is. It's more affordable. You get this nice powder that comes off of it that gives people like heavy metal poisoning. It's wonderful. Wonderful. Tylenol child. Eli's going to pop in. Tungsten ain't shit without carbide. That's fair. Apparently, Wolfram, and he told me this while we were playing video games one day. I'm going to see. If we weren't assholes, how would we know we love you? You know, that's fair, Zach Brown. I do appreciate you all. I sound sad. No, I'm good, dude. I'm good. I'm tired, man. It's been a week. You have to weld it in a bubble. You can weld tungsten? That's something I knew. I didn't know. Tungsten hurts if you headbutt it. That is also true. Google warp assisted hypersonics on Zendo. Your Tism will thank you. Warp assisted hypersonics. Or Zenodo, not Zendo. Mommy loves Tylenol. You know, it's funny. After that came out, I texted my mom and I was like, hey, I just wanted to say on behalf of myself and like my following, thanks for taking Tylenol while I was in the womb. She didn't find it nearly as funny as I did. Yep. Silver scoffs at tungsten. You think you're hard, bro? Just make sure your tungsten doesn't go limp. True. Tungsten is the canards of metal. Tungsten rings cost people their fingers more than any other material. Tungsten is the West Taiwan of metal. Oh, I love it. I told Eli we still need to get shirts that like say, you know, Pepperbox, have like the Pepperbox logo on it and just say Tylenol American. I think those would sell like fucking hotcakes. I'm telling you, Tylenol American. We need a Tylenol American shirt. What is the atomic number of anonymity? I wonder how well Russian body armor would do against my 243 bolt action rifle. Well, the big question is how many of them actually have plates in their body armor? Because from what I've seen, that's pretty consistent that they don't actually have plates. Tungsten is the vodka flavored dipshit of metal. I love it. Check Scuttlebutt. What did you guys do in there now? What the fuck? This is, you know, you guys are not nice. What is my Tylenol-tism? I mean, when I take Tylenol, it's like super soldier serum. Just kind of takes my tism to the next level. RFK is also just sad 2 times as likely to have autism if you're uncircumcised. Wait, what? He said you're 2 times as likely to have autism if you're uncircumcised. The bullshit. I have to look that up right this second because that is way too good of a joke. No fucking way. Today in a cabinet meeting, this was yesterday, U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services Robert F. Kennedy Jr. claimed that there's a link between autism and circumcision. There's 2 studies that show children who are circumcised early have double the rate of autism. It's highly likely that they're given Tylenol, he stated, without citing studies. Oh, this is the best time to be alive. That is the best thing to end on. I got to put that in my notes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is. Oh. Well, it says if they're circumcised early. So the individual in chat said that if they're uncircumcised, it causes autism. But this is saying if they're circumcised early. So this is the best timeline to be on. Oh my God. Guys, look, this is the thing. if you just laugh at this shit rather than take it all personal, you're going to enjoy life more. Because, I mean, every politician that gets in power is going to do something fucking retarded. I just laugh about it. Do I think RFK is qualified to be the guy in charge of Health and Human Services? Not really, no. But neither was the last person. So, like... Okay, next question. How many Russian nuke delivery systems actually work towards their endgame? Give us a percentage. If I were a betting man, I would bet probably 25-30% of their nuclear warheads are functional and have a functional payload delivery system. I would say probably of that 30%, which is the new 100%, 50% of those will fail to make it to their targets. So you're looking at a 15% overall potential impact rate. That's my just shooting in the dark. That's where I would guess, just based off of what I've seen on the ground in Ukraine. Hypersonic plasma sheaths can be medium for warp drive blackout mitigation. For performance enhancement, warp assisted hypersonics, look into it. I will look into it. Now, as for the plasma around it, that's really just, that's kind of the atmosphere combusting as it hits it and causing friction. So it doesn't really cause like a layer around it. It's literally cooking the object, which is why heat dissipation is so incredibly important when it comes to something moving at those speeds. Not Discords for the birds, and if it flies, it dies. And OHLC got me. Hell yeah, Blitzbreak. Or the Ouzelfinch got him. Praise be to the Ouzelfinch. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call it a night. So I want you guys all to know, thank you all so much for being here, especially that it is the release night of Battlefield 6. It is so good to see you guys. I look forward to seeing you every week. Watch out for one another. I care about every single one of you guys. Don't do the enemy any fucking favors. Sorry, I almost said don't give in to the 22 a day. I'm changing the message here a little bit. Love all you guys. I'll see you next Friday, okay?